All right, what's going on, family? This is your boy Mike Sells Orlando, aka German Chocolate. So listen, there's been a lot of talk and questions coming to me from few people in my sphere and people that I don't know. They know I'm a realtor, and I get asked this question, and I'm seeing it a lot on social media, trending as well when I post my YouTube videos. And is buying a house a ripoff? You know, you're in a loan for 30 years. You really don't own the property until the house is paid off. You still have to pay property taxes. So you truly never really own. What's the point in owning a home? Well, the answer to that question is subjective on individuals based on what your end goal is and what information and knowledge you have obtained about owning a home. I could say this. As a realtor, majority of the people that I help purchase a home, I haven't heard one complain about owning the home once it's paid off and being able to use equity to pull out and buy investment properties or, do other things that they want to do, upgrade their home, because when they're renting, the biggest complaints that I heard is people who are actually renting, how their rent increases, their space is smaller than a home, and they don't get any equity or appreciation on the back end after they rent. So it's kind of like, I'm just throwing away money. I hear that often. But as far as homeowners goes, it all really depends. And let's break some of this down. So when people start talking about you being at a debt for 30 years, well, who said you have to have a 30-year loan? You do realize you can have a 15-year loan. And in that 15 years, you could pay that house off if you double up on the principal even faster. So if you live under your means, as example, a lot of the problems, let the truth be told, is people are living above their means or at their means instead of below their means to where they can do this and pay the house off faster. Because with no mortgage, think about this. How much money would you obtain as you, whatever you're doing, whether you're self-employed or working for a company, how much money would you be able to keep if you had no mortgage? And that's the whole point. And then you get appreciation on the back end. So if you pull some of the equity out or you decide to rent that house out to a tenant, once it's paid off, your rent and your cash flow will be increased based on the rental market just continuing to increase. So owning a home in the long term, depending on how you invest in that home and how your lifestyle and you live will dictate the cash flow that you get from that home. So is home ownership bad? Again, I'm going to leave that to individuals because most people that say it's bad and that say it's a scam are living above their means. I mean, that's just the reality. They're buying a home that they really could not manage their lifestyle, or they bought a home in an area that it no longer fits their day-to-day life, work-life balance. So when you invest in a home for a long term, you got to think long term, not today. And the problem is most people buy a home with today's mindset as opposed to long term. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I will say this. I've seen more people get loans and do homes and do stuff with equity and flip it to benefit them more so than not. So it comes down to education and awareness. But I'll let you decide. Have a blessed day.